He'll bring it out. It's Golden. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, and now a chance to do something to feel. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Let's see what they've got on second down.
Here we go.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's past the 30. Running toward the tape. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I love that play call, but I love the timing of the snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there. We couldn't hook up.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
Dropping back, it's Ewers. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first and that's the 32nd. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. Motion from the offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. Pulls it in. It's Bond. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Ready up.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down.
Moves. Dino.
He's looking to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. Connection to the right. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And now a chance not only to run into the lead, but just right. Maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2. Second and goal for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. He's looking for a man on second down. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Inside the 40. At the 30. The 20. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Golden. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you. At this point, trailing by as much as you are. Throw caution, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Wants to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll try to take it back. Smashes through the tackle. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got 1 pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me 1 too.
Going to the running game. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. We saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that speed.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you're running back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left too.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Okay.
The offense batting 500 on 4th down. They're 2 for 4 so far. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 4th down, going to the air. Ball is out behind the line. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack. You're going to see the entire playbook in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Across the 45. And he's running in the open. Inside the 10. And he just kept running. And he ran away from the crowd. And he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas.
The quarterback's ability to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes are thrown in the end zone. You got to do the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the 3rd quarter and get it back with an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Here comes the Texas offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on now, you're comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Set. What?
Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Pressure coming. Had to get rid of it quickly. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The Longhorns will hustle to the line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Wideout in motion. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And it's slipped out. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Out of all the ways to get a 1st down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. 1st down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back the ball and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do. That's step 1.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Sooner offense back onto the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Time to take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taking them some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
As they come to the line, 90 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. Gonna run it. It's Barnes. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
To the air, it's Arnold. Throws toward the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of better under the ball. The problem is he gave the defender time to get his head around and locate him. Because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safety.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of games.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Working to throw on second down. That pass is incomplete. They might be fortunate. It wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman, defense period, that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. It's a great feeling.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Now, fourth down.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down.
Squirrel, squirrel.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lost one deep down the right side. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. That can be a momentum changer after the interception. Runs it back to the 37.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the fourth quarter. One more carry, and this guy could eclipse the 100-yard mark.
One-man miss. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It's interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quickly complete. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Try to get it on the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just
got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
They'll try to pass their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down, and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
Try to barge their way in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this...
And he's got it! Touchdown, Oklahoma! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's golden. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now how will they... He's looking deep. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of a story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which color jerseys?
The offense has lost the element of surprise here, right? Fourth quarter, they're trailing by a lot. They're trying to go 4 verticals, but the defense knows it's coming, and they do a nice job in the back end making sure that falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Sooner!
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points.